Okay, hi, hello. Welcome to a new vlog. Girl, I just got out of the bath. Fairly hot bath. I like a hot bath. And washed my hair, all that. I've got my hair partially dry. So I was, running the hair dryer. And I'm like, I'm sweating so bad. What is going on? I'm burning up like I'm soaking wet with sweat. Why am I so hot? Am I having a hot flash? What's happening? No, I'll go look at the thermostat and it's on set. It's 75 degrees in here. I'm like, oh, no wonder I'm burning up. Ugh. It's like 75 outside today. I don't know why, like, it would feel great to be outside in 75 degrees, but when it's in the house, it's like torture. I'm like, I feel like I'm in a terrarium, and I can't do that. So and it was on heat on top of that. So I just put the AC on. I'm like, oh, thank goodness. I didn't get my hair finished drying. I'm gonna finish that momentarily. Too hot. Too hot. Goodness gracious. But I thought we could do a little get ready with me, because I have a little date night tonight with my husband. It's Friday night. We're gonna go get Japanese food. So I thought we could get ready together quickly, and like nothing fancy. Like I'm literally just wearing this t-shirt and comfies. But I thought we could do something with the Icy Nude palette, just to play with it for a second. And this Natasha Denona face palette that I'm really, this is really nice. Look, I know it's been out a minute, but it's really nice, and it's nice. I feel like my screen is so dark. Hold on. But I'm gonna start with my usual skincare. We're just gonna run through that real quick, and I will see you in a second while we get ready. And then once I get my makeup on and all that, I'll finish drying my hair. I just need to cool off for a minute. Just a silly question. Where do you get the most sweaty? My butt and my boobs. Sweatiest part on me. Like between my boobs will be just dripping wet. And I don't even have big ones, okay? I can't imagine what life would be like with bigger ones. I am barely a B cup. And it doesn't make sense. I'm a chunky girl, but I'm small up here. Anyway, so sometimes I see, it depends on the band and all that. That and my butt gets so sweaty, like literally my butt cheeks. You know how people stick their one leg out of the covers? I stick my butt out of the covers. I will turn over so I can just uncover my butt. That is my just right. I don't like my limbs being out. little TMI for you, and just some funniness. Let me know your sweatiest spot on your body down below. And has anyone tried like the body deodorant? I'm curious in that, especially somebody who goes to the gym on a fairly regular basis. I would maybe you should look into some of that. I'm just doing some Lawless Forget the Filler today because it's kind of late in the day, and I'm gonna wash my face in a little bit anyway, so I don't want to like use my good skincare today. All right, so I got a new little set of brow stuff from Boom Beauty. They sent over their Sculpt and Define spoolie. So we can go ahead and open this. This is just a spoolie to use with their brow pencil. A standalone spoolie is quite the handy little thing. I use them a lot with like waxes and stuff, so yeah. And then we got their brow pencil. I got taupe, and I think Cool Taupe might be a little too light for me, but we'll see if we can make it work. It was really hard to choose a shade. The other shade just looked way too warm. I don't know. I might have goofed. But here it is. Like, see, that's gonna be like way too pale, I think. I mean, it looks buildable though. Like on the pictures and stuff, it looked like this should match me. And then I got the Shaping Mousse, which is the same shade, the taupe, and it looks like the perfect shade for me. So I think we'll do a little bit of the brow pencil first, see how that goes. And yeah, I might email them and see if I can exchange it if it doesn't match me. Oh yeah, that's gonna be way too gray looking. Ooh, yeah, no, that looks, oh, that looks bad. Oh no, that looks so ashy. Shoot, I'm gonna have to message them about that. Oh no, oh, no, 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 no. If you have light hair and gray hair, that color is gonna be perfect for you. Absolutely perfect, but it's too late for me. But I think the brow mousse might work. Let's see. Yeah, that's perfect shade. I wonder if they'll let me exchange that pencil. So let's just go in with this guy today. Okay, that's awesome. Like that. Cool. And this is really nice, by the way. This is a glass container. Like super bougie. Very heavy, and that color is dead on. But oh yeah, the pencil I'm gonna see if they'll let me exchange. I like this little tiny brush. This is, I'm enjoying. I mean, that is filling in my brows pretty well. Where there's hair anyway. It's my little bald spot over here. Yeah, that looks good. I'll just fill in the gaps with my other brow pencil, which is kind of what I do anyway. Because I have like, this one brow is like really gappy compared to the other one. Like this one's really just like full in shape, and this one is like sparse and wide and just never grew in good. It's just a weird brow. Just gonna take this Winky Lux brow pencil that I forgot they sent me. Totally forgot I had it. But here we are. Now this one, this is a perfect shade for me. And this is a universal shade, and I was real nervous that it wasn't gonna work, and it ended up being dead on. So I'm just gonna take this right through there. Do my little gappy gaps. And there we go. This gets a little flaky when you brush through it too many times. Like with the spoolie. Which is nice if it gets a little too dark on you. You can definitely soften it up. But just be aware of that. It doesn't bother me because I do my brows before I do my foundation. Because I'm messy. Otherwise, I like the gel. And we'll check in later about that pencil. I'm gonna finish off what's left of my tinted hydrator because it is almost done. Get that last little bit in there. Now, I think I had just enough to do one more use of the tinted hydrator. So that's going in the empties. I need to do an empties. I got a lot. My friend Erin, who I talked about in the last vlog, that likes cologne, that we got him the tray and the candle for Christmas. He just got certified as a personal trainer. Very proud of him. He's looking for just a change in life, and hopefully it will be a good one. He's very excited. He did super good on his exams and everything, and yeah, fully certified now in like 3 different things. But has a degree already in sports medicine. This is just to be able to do personal training like in a gym setting. So he's already pretty well versed with like athletes and injuries and things like that. So he deals with most of the time. So I think this might be really good for him, especially if he's working with people who have injuries and stuff, you know. He'll be very, he'll know what to do and not to do. How not to push people if they have something going on, and how to avoid injury very well. Because that's one of the things he teaches his kids at school, stuff like that. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and do my concealer too. I'm not gonna avoid like underpainting or anything. Another product we're almost done with. The thing is, this lasts so long because you only need like 1 squirt, if that. It goes so far. I am super duper proud of him. I joke about him, I call him my 40-year-old son because I'm younger than him. So he's I think over 40 now, but I always pick on him about that. Like, he lived with us for a little while, and I would tell him, like, you have school in the morning. Your curfew is at 10. It is past 10. You have school. Because, I mean, he did have school. He went to work at a school. Oh, thank goodness the air is kicking in. But yeah, I got a fun little week ahead. Well, I mean, it's Friday today, but the coming week is going to be pretty fun because tomorrow, Claire's coming over to play. We got a play date. And what else? What else is going on? Oh, I got lunch with the Deaconess next week. And we're going to go see my in-laws next weekend, which I'm excited about. And I want them to come up one weekend to go to church with us so they can check it out. But I kind of want to wait until we get our new pastor and everything's like kind of settled first, because I don't know him yet, and I wish they could have come up and met the previous pastor, because he was just really nice. I think they would have very much liked him. So there's that. But I do want them to come up and get to know the church we're going to and approve it, basically, you know. Not like approve it, but you get what I mean. You want your family to feel good about where you're going and not have to worry that it's something kooky or whatever, because it is a different denomination than theirs, and I want them to feel okay about it. And I'm still keeping up with their church also, like, which I'm still calling our family church. I still keep up with it, the live streams and watching that, and then like when we go this weekend, we're gonna go to that church too. Like, why can't I do both? People have a family church in the church where they live if they don't live in their home town. It's kind of the same thing, right? And they do work together well. The denominations, like, it's not like they're dramatically different from each other, like the doctrine's pretty much the same, you know. But every pastor does things a little bit differently, and the service style might be slightly different, some variation in there, so you just kind of have to get to know it and stuff. But overall, there's really not much difference with the previous pastor that was here and with our family one. So I think they would actually got along great. All right, let's go in with this cheek palette first. Let's do some of this. I'm gonna do the blush first, and this is a cream to powder blush, just like her eyeshadow formulas. So it's like, oh, it's so nice and silky, and she is buildable, and just kind of that perfect formulation. Okay, so I'm gonna take it on a little brush here. Take some, ooh, that picks it up a lot on this brush. But it's just that super neutral, perfect shade that I love. I was thinking about, you know, my friend might have actually he didn't really accuse me, he just suggested that was denomination shopping. It's because I was trying to find one that was similar to my family church already. That was the same, you know? It wasn't that it was denomination shopping, it's just I was making sure I was going to a church that had sound doctrine and not kooky stuff, and I don't want mega church vibes, okay? I wanted tradition and simple. That's what I was looking for. And it just took a minute to find that, because that's just not prevalent in my area. Where I live, it's mega church vibes. Like laser light shows and smoke machines and bands, and I don't want that in my service. It doesn't feel appropriate to me. And if that's what you do at your church, go for it. Love it, enjoy it. This is just my personal preference on that. I would prefer simplicity and reverence and something a little more solemn. And that took a minute to find in my area. And like, I didn't go to every single church or anything. Like, I only went to the one, but I did a lot of research online trying to figure out which one that I wanted to check out, which ones, and ended up coming to this one and just like feeling like a perfect fit. So yeah, I got over my spiciness that I had in the last video. I know I was a little fussy about a discussion with a friend, which I haven't talked to him. I still haven't talked to him, but I'm softening up over it. And my husband helped me kind of like talk about it a little more and soften up some too, because he's so much more chill than me and can let things go a lot easier than I can, where I have the tendency to want to hold grudges and fume and do what I'm not supposed to do with that, like just overthink and get mad about stuff way later. Just, it's a very unhealthy thing. I know that about me. And he's the opposite. He's like, well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Anyway, we're gonna take some of this one right here. This is the middle. This is like a creamy formula. Yeah, I mean, it is a cream, and it's a little bit more sheer. So I'm gonna see how that does on this little brush. I don't think it picks up very well on a brush, unless it's maybe a denser brush. Let's try it on a denser brush. It might be one that's more for fingers, which I think that's how she applies it. Maybe like a stippling brush. It just gives a really nice glow to the skin. It's not too much. I think it's kind of similar to what she had launched separately. That highlighting product that I was interested in. I think it's probably similar to that. But it just gives a very natural dewiness to the skin, which is very nice. It's a little bit tacky because it's meant to be like a base if you want it to be, or you can wear it on its own. It's got a glow cream base, so yeah. And then you take the Dream Glow, which is a gorgeous highlighting shade, over top, or you can wear this by itself too. And you're gonna have just this beautiful glow. I'm hoping though that they can come up once everything is kind of sorted with our church and all that, and just experience it for themselves and see. I think it's just a nice thing to be able to do too anyways, just go to church with their family. It's a nice bonding thing. If my dad was closer in town, I would be dragging him. Alright, let's go over to the Icy Nude. So this palette is so pretty and just so very like mocha mousse vibes. Totally. I don't even know what I'm going to go into today. I'm going to keep it kind of soft because I'm just going to get dinner. Let's see here. Let's take a little bit of the shade called High Life. Sure could go for a Miller High Life. Champagne, a beer. That one. Every time I see something that's High Life, I'm going to think of that. Ryan Dunn from Jackass. I think it was when he had the cars in a place of his body. And he's like, sure could go for Miller High Life. And that, me and my brother would say that at the most inappropriate times about stuff. And crack ourselves up. Just absolutely inappropriate times. We're going to take some of this through the socket here. Ooh, that's pretty. I will do a comparison of this to Pretty Grunge in a video when I kind of delve into this palette a little more. Hadn't really had a chance. Busy, but not busy. It's a very weird thing. That's nice. But yeah, I mean, completely inappropriate timing with those jokes. But that was me and him and my sister. We're weirdos. We've got weird humor, and we coped with everything with jokes. That was our coping mechanism. Still is. My dad's the same way. Look, he could be in the hospital, absolutely just sick, and like when he was in the hospital, his heart's about to give out, waiting for the defibrillator. One minute he's upset and mad, and then he'll kind of calm down and accept what's happening. They had to stay or whatever, and he is cracking jokes. Right back to cracking jokes, goofing with the nurses. Oh, goodness gracious. What a handful is usually what he gets described as, by the nurses. A handful, which I think is just a nice way of saying hit. Goofy. Like, yep. Alright, let's see. Let's do a little bit of the shade called Lavish right here. That's pretty. Ooh, I'm hungry. I swear this might be the first time I felt truly hungry since Christmas. since Christmas Eve. Oh my goodness. So much food, yet not, but like I feel like it's been a lot of food. This is like the weirdest time of the year, I think, like on a whole for everybody, is that time between Christmas and New Year's. Like it just seems like things are a little up in the air and just kind of whatever. And like people still have to go to work, but it's just kind of like, are we really working? You know. That color is pretty. Let's do a little bit. Let's do faux fur. Put a little bit of faux fur on the outer corner. Is this one right here? Just here. I've decided to do the old calendar. And Christmas is going until January 5th in my head. We're doing that. Old school. Because I feel like I just didn't get enough Christmas, to be honest with you. Just didn't get enough. I had the Christmas spirit this year. Physically, maybe not, but mentally, yeah. And I'm not ready to let it go. I'm not ready to move away from it yet. That's pretty. I mean, I did it really softly. But that's pretty, and that could definitely be built up to get some super good drama. Now, let's do something on the lid. What is VVS? What does that mean? What does that mean? Is that something inappropriate? That color is gorgeous. Ooh. Or should we do a little bit of platinum? Let's do a little touch of platinum. Like a haze of that. That's not the color I would instinctively go for. So let's use it. And that actually is very pretty. I don't recall hearing a lot of hype around this palette, but I've been kind of checked out from the beauty space a little bit. Hey, that looks nice. Can you see that? Oh, I like that. It's very different than what I would go for, and it's nice. Taking a little bit more of faux fur. Is that correct? Yeah, faux fur. Just softly there. That's pretty. Let's do on the inner corner just a touch of iced out, which is this beautiful kind of dual chrome shifty shade right here, which, oh, I don't think it's gonna show. I'll do a swatch. Can you see? It has like a blue, like just iciness to it with like a purpley flash in there. Very cool color. So I'm gonna put a little bit of that on the inner corner. I cannot wait to just sit down like great looks with this palette though. Ooh, I'm so inspired. That's beautiful. Oof. Oof. What does VVS stand for? Let me know. Oh my gosh, I'm such a boomer. I don't know. Look, I am kind of a boomer about things. I had the biggest boomer moment at the store. And I pick on my dad and all the time because he has like 5 Facebook accounts. And but he's actually pretty tech savvy. He's just not good with social media. But he's actually really technically great with computers. Like when it comes to like using AutoCAD and these really complex programs. That's second nature to him. But social media, not so much. Anywho. I mean, he taught me how to computer. I had the most boomer moment though at the store because I'm telling you, the Hashimoto's brain fog is a problem, and I was just feeling very like kind of stressed this particular day, and it was just one of those days where you're just like, and I'm in Walmart right before Christmas trying to grocery shop, and you know, it's busy and it's just hectic, and I needed to get a charger for my husband's tablet, and trying to find the one for Android. Everyone I picked up said iPhone, 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 and I'm like, but it says USB-C on it, and I'm like, isn't that what I need? What's happening? Oh, I feel like I was taking crazy pills. And thank goodness the girl that was checking me out, she walked around and helped me find the right charger. And also, side note, the chargers from Walmart, the ONN brand, ONN, their lightning chargers and bricks are actually really nice. Very good, and very good price point. I haven't had a single problem with those. In fact, I'm replacing all the cords and stuff I have as they break with those, because I was buying some kind of cheapy ones from a local grocery store just because they were 10 footers, but they short out in like 3 to 6 months, so I was constantly replacing them. And yeah, so far these have like a guard to keep them from shorting out, like they have a stability thing around the plug-in part. They're very sturdy feeling, and I'm quite impressed thus far with those. Okay, let me put a little brow gel in for control, not for color this time. Look, my brow routine is a routine. This one brow just wants to lay down, and I need something with a lot of hold for that to keep it locked in. Man, there's so much new drugstore stuff coming out. I'm pretty excited about that. Like, there's a pressed e.l.f. Halo Glow. Girl, that's gonna be an ambient powder dupe if ever there was one. Yes! So I'm really excited about that. There's a new glaze, donut glaze or something like that. Tinted foundation product from NYX I'm interested in, but I think it has a SPF that might be chemical, so I might not be able to use that one. I gotta look and see, double check on it. That's interesting to me. Milani's got a bunch of new stuff. They've got a new foundation stick that I'm interested in. There's so many new things that I want to check out right now that I don't think a lot of them are in store yet. I'm seeing them on like Trend Mood, and I'm like, ooh, I'm excited. New fun drugstore stuff. I get more excited about drugstore stuff now than I do about high-end. I used to be the other way around, and now I'm like, you know, drugstore is kind of where it's at. I'm gonna take my little Snoopy gloss. This little sweetheart. I put some of that on after I dry my hair, because I don't want my hair sticking to my lips. I forgot to try the milk thing, and I need to test out the little brow gel from Benefit also, so I need to put those right where I'll see them in front of me. Now, let me finish getting my hair dry. I decided not to do a blowout again because I've been doing that so much, and I'm also gonna do my mascara in a moment. So let me just get this done real quick, and I'll be right back. I'm just gonna let this hang out a little bit longer in the cast before I break it up. But ooh, we got some good root volume today at least. Let's jump back over to face and do some mascara. Wow. Wow, did you hear? That was unintentional. That was an unintentional accent. I swear, it just comes out sometimes. Do some mascara. I said something this morning to Pumpkin. Oh, I was gonna tell her I was gonna go take a bath. Hey, I tell her what I'm about to do because she knows words. She knows when I say I'm gonna go take a bath. She's like, oh yeah. She'll run into the bathroom and run ahead of me. Anyways, I said it. I was like, I'm gonna take a bath, and it came out so deeply Cajun the way I said it that I don't think I could replicate it. But the accent was just so strong with that phrase, and I was like, where did that come from? Because I don't have the strongest accent, period. We have a very weird accent in central Louisiana to northern Louisiana, like this area. Like, we don't have so much Cajun sounding. is we sound a little more Appalachian or Alabama, I think is what we usually get confused for. But definitely there's like some Appalachian turns of phrases that we use. I'm like, dude, that's how my grandma talked. She was not from Appalachia. She was from here, as far as I know. But like the phrases, I was like, oh my gosh. Usually there's like this handful of Appalachian accounts on TikTok and Reels that are popular. I can't think of the girl's name, but she'll like, Appalachian word of the day, and just will do the, can I pet that dog? You know who I'm talking about. She has big beautiful eyes, and she likes Skyrim. I love her. I think she just seems like a sweet, good person, right? She's one of those people that she got good energy. Anyway, she'll say stuff that I was like, oh my god, my grandma said that. My mom would say that stuff. And it's old phrases that nobody around here, I don't hear say them as often anymore. But I definitely remember hearing my grandma say them. I was like, well, that's not specifically Appalachian. That's just country. That is just country. You guys ever seen Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Since there was some discourse about the Odyssey today, or last few days on Twitter, X. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Reminds me of how my grandma and my dad described the way this area was when they were growing up. Like the little store. And me and my dad to this day, we still quote Oh Brother, Where Art Thou to each other all the time. And Sling Blade for some reason. I've never actually sat down and watched Sling Blade all the way through. But man, gosh, my dad loves that movie. And he loves Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, which I love that movie too. That's a good movie. But we constantly quote that, and my dad threatened me. Like, he's like, if you quote Oh Brother, Where Art Thou when you get baptized, don't do it. I'm like, but the Piggly Wiggly. I get my sins washed away. Even the Piggly Wiggly. I saw the Piggly Wigglies still exist. I didn't know they were still a thing. We used to have one right down the road from me. Cute. Check it out. Just separate some of these little clumpies. And I'm just gonna let it chill in this cast until my husband gets home from work, which shouldn't be too much longer. And let it kind of get a little more. There's still a little bit of dampness in there. I'm tired of drying it. I'm tired of drying it. And if it's a little wonky today, when I refresh it tomorrow, it'll be good. Sometimes my wash day is not my best hair day. It's usually the second day. But anyway, that is what is up so far this week. Oh, and Sunday we're going to see Nosferatu, by the way. So yeah, I do have a little bit of week of excitement coming up. And I will try to vlog everything because I feel like I was just really slacking with not only vlogging, but just with creating content, period. And I'm feeling a little better today anyway. So here's hoping. I'm trying not to be so hard on myself about not being able to accomplish everything I want to do in a day. I'm just having to kind of remind myself, girl, you got something wrong. It's okay. You don't have to beat yourself up because you can't do what you did a few months ago where it was just nonstop. You were on it. It's okay to need a little slower pace for a bit. That is the plan. I'm gonna go actually do some metadata and get a video posted. And I'll see you guys in a little while. Oh, before I forget, let's see how this Fenty perfume smells real quick. I know, I done turned my lights off and everything. I was about to go sit down and do a little work, but I want to see how this smells. Because I saw it sitting here. So this is the Fenty, yeah, it's just called Fenty. Alright. Warm floral featuring magnolia, musk, tangerine, Bulgarian rose. Oh, that's nice. It's a little mature smelling, but in a good way. The musk in it. It smells Yeah, it smells mature, but I like those kind of fragrances. When I say mature, I mean kind of a little Momo-ish, a little bit Momo-ish, but it reminds me a little bit of youth too. It smells like my Aunt Emma, my great Aunt Emma, but I like it. Wow, that was unexpected. I didn't think it was gonna have that type of fragrance to it, but I don't hate it. Wow. Okay, Fenty, cool. I like that you put out a fragrance that smells so classic. That is really nice. A 10 out of 10 on that. I appreciate that a lot. I would buy a full size because I like these kinds of fragrances. If they could remind me of my long deceased relatives that I loved very much, it's a win in my book. And this smells like my Aunt Emma. Great Aunt Emma. So that's lovely. All right. Now off to work. Okay, about to head out to go see Nosferatu. I decided to go all spooky and glam. Because why not? We're going to see Nosferatu. You got to. We're dressing up. So here's the makeup today. I used Golden Palette and new lipstick from L'Oreal that I gotta show you the actual. I picked up 2 lipsticks from L'Oreal that I gotta show you. I'm also gonna change these earrings because they're like, they're too heavy and uncomfortable. They're bugging me. The choker is enough, or the high neck shirt is enough stress for me. Yes, puppy. And Pumpkin is really wanting to say hello. So here's this. Now you're gonna get caught in my hair in the shirt. So say hello. Hi. Okay. Alright, anyway. So I got this little high neck shirt on with the kind of Victorian style collar situation. And I paired it with a skirt. Okay, air purifier was on. So put it with this like long skirt situation. And okay, so this is what we're wearing. Kind of a weird angle and the lighting is terrible. Anywho, the hair is definitely improved from yesterday. I cannot get my necklace to sit right. Why does it keep getting wonky? I'm feeling too stressed that like I just almost don't even want to wear this now. You know, yeah, I don't think I can. I'm gonna change shirts. This top's gonna drive me crazy with this neck situation, but it looked good for filming in. So, wait, oh gosh, I gotta now get it unbuttoned. Oh dear. All right, I'm gonna change shirts, but you gotta get the idea. I'm just gonna throw a sweater on, I think, that I wore to church the other day. All right, see you in a minute. Okay, much better. I was way too stressed out in that. That was overstimulating. So, chenille sweater it is, and the same skirt. The skirt's comfy. And I gotta get my glass. I keep forgetting to get my glasses. So, telling my brain is mush. Brain is mush, you guys. That's the plan for today. We're gonna head out and go see a movie in just a minute. I had a good cry this morning, so my eyes are irritated and I'm congested now. I got to thinking about some stuff I talked about in the last vlog because weird time things. So I'm super puffy and congested and just there's a part of me that just wants to be like, I'm staying home. Like my brain is in it, but my body is just like, I think getting out of the house will probably make me feel a little better. It's more that I dread that I'm gonna have to stand in line and walk about, and I know my back will be screaming and I'll be hurting. So that's more what's getting to me. There's that. That's mostly what's plaguing my mind and why I just don't want to even leave the house. And I want to curl up in a ball and cry more and feel sorry for myself today. But I'm trying to not do that. suck it up. It's almost that time of the month. That's what's wrong with me. Filming went fine, all that stuff. I'm just, it's gotta be the thought of, yeah, it's just thinking about hurting. That's mostly what's bothering me. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go get my eyeballs on and shoes. Hi, okay. Oh, looking a little busted this morning, girl. The hair needs washing. So, I mean, that's really today's project, but I thought we could catch up while I detangle it and put a hair mask in to marinate for the rest of the day. Let me get my earrings off because I don't want hair mask all in them. Oh, all right. Get a drink of coffee as well. So I got some water in a spray bottle and my hair mask. This is the one from Pros, my custom hair mask. Where's our ingredients here? Silk proteins and sunflower extract and some other things. I'll put on screen because I don't remember. It is January 2nd. The new year got off to quite the start. Terrible start. It's just on a whole scale here. I think we need to first thing address what happened in New Orleans over New Year's Eve. Horrific is what happened. Absolutely horrific. All I can do is pray for the victims and for the injured. Pray for the souls of everyone involved and for the brave first responders who ran headlong into danger. I saw some like surveillance, like a live stream of the police just ran right into it. Super brave. You can't believe something like that happened here. So very close. I don't even know what to think. Like, I think most of us here in Louisiana are still like in shock that something like that happened here. I mean, we are used to crime, but not this kind of stuff. Like, it's never been like a terrorist attack crime. It's usually just a homegrown local crime. So this is a different scale, and it's just extra terrifying because there's other stuff that's been happening around the world and then in Vegas as well. So yesterday was a lot of moments of prayer for everyone, all the souls. I could just sit here and jump right in back into filming without acknowledging what happened. And I don't usually speak too much about current events and that kind of stuff because I like to be more of a respite from those things. And we do talk about faith now over here, which was, I used to consider a no-go thing a long time ago. But most of it's because I just really didn't have much of a faith to speak of. I was just kind of whatever. I will go to battle over faith, over my faith. Absolutely. So that's something I absolutely do not mind addressing and talking about here. But current events and politics, I try to avoid because I just want to give people a break from the outside world when they come here. And yeah, we'll talk about faith because that is something that strengthens and gives life and freedom. And, you know, that's different, very much different. Current events I would typically like to avoid for the most part because it is not something that's relevant to what we're doing here. But I can't not acknowledge what's happened and talk about it because it is close to home, quite close to home. And horrific and terrifying. They need our prayers. Anyway, that's one of the reasons I did choose to be open about my faith now is not only was people noticing a difference in me, which is wild, but it gives us strength and hope and comfort and gives life. So I feel like it is an appropriate thing to speak about. And if it's not your cup of tea or whatever, you can either disregard, or there's a million other YouTube channels out there that you can listen to. But I'm not going to change who I am for the world or anyone else. So anyway, there's that. Let's have some coffee. Hair mask. Let's get to this. So, but yeah, January 2nd today. Do you know what I did for my New Year's personally? I was in bed by like 11, or asleep by 11. I heard some fireworks going off. But no, I was out, girl, out. And then yesterday we got up early. Nothing was open, and I did not get my groceries. I kind of completely forgot. So we went to the gas station down the road called Why Not Stop, which is, it's one of those gas stations. Okay, out of this may be, I don't think this is just a southern thing, because I know up north you have Sheets and, oh, what's the other one? Not 7-Eleven. It's Sheets, Wawa. They have like a full like kind of kitchen and a little restaurant in them and stuff, and like options and tons of snacks and food, like real food. So this one, Why Not Stop, is like that. It's kind of like, imagine a truck stop, but not just for truckers. It's for everybody. And they built one just like 2 minutes from me, and that has been one of the best things ever, because it's open 24 hours no matter what. The kitchen is open 24 hours. Because I live on a pretty major like route for travel, and we just really didn't have anything until you got out to the interstate. That was 24 hours, or to the other side of town, like next to a lot of industry. But my little spot, which is on a pretty major area for commerce and travel, they don't really have anything. So that has been really, really good. And their food is legit, like legit good. So I had a meat pie for breakfast, and they have a really nice little restaurant, kind of seating area way over to the side that's like separate from the actual gas station and store, that's very kind of private and chill, and just, it's so clean and safe feeling and nice. So yeah, we hung out there this morning and talked, and you know, my husband had this nice little hangout sesh. And then my friend Aaron came over, bringing us our Christmas, because he forgot to bring us our Christmas the other day. He got me an Adidas knit cap, like for to wear at the gym and stuff for in the winter and just around. And I wore it last night to the gym, in fact, because it was really cold, and it was so comfy, and I kind of loved it. And I'm like, oh, am I a knit cap person? I think I might be. I got a big old egghead, so they're not the most flattering things on me, but I kind of don't care if I'm working out. And so I took about 3 weeks off of the gym because of the body pain and stuff that I've been kind of dealing with, the joint pain and all the things from having a flare up. So I decided, you know, I was giving myself a little bit of a break just to rest and recover and heal. And I thought, you know, as bad as I have been feeling, because not only do I have like the joint pain and stuff, but I've been nauseous and sick in my stomach, and just a lot of other stuff as well goes in with the flare up. Like, I found out that what explains my stomach trouble is that my immune system also is attacking my stomach lining too. That's part of it. Awesome. Good fun there. So dealing with that and not really being able to eat too terribly much, and having to take stomach medicine too, and just it's been a lot and very stressful, and I've just been very run down feeling, truly run down, tired, burnout. So I gave myself a break from the gym just for about 3 weeks, and I went back last night. I thought for sure that I was going to be just an absolute weakling, not be able to, judging by the way I was feeling physically for the last month and a half, 2 months, I thought, oh, this is gonna be terrible. I'm gonna be super weak and be starting at square one. This is not gonna be good, and I'm okay with that. You know, we're gonna start over and we'll be fine. Like, I really prepared myself for it and was accepting it. I was like, I'm just gonna take it easy on myself and not push myself either. But I went to go take it easy on myself, and the weight was flying. Like, I warmed up and everything and just went to go do like chest press, and it was fine. All my upper body stuff went fine. The only thing that I had a little bit of struggle with was shoulder press, and that was just because my shoulder hurt. I don't know why my shoulder hurts. I have a really old injury in this shoulder. I think I'm just having sympathy pains with my stepmom right now. So I have a really old injury in that rotator cuff. And every now and then when it's cold or something, or like a flare-up happens, it joins the party. It's just a thing. So anyway, so I was like, well, okay, I'm just going to take it easy on that. So that's the only thing I really had to reduce weight on, and had a little bit of like, Everything else though, I was like, oh, wow, okay. I needed that because I really was feeling like my body was completely giving out on me, and I was just feeling very, very discouraged physically. And now realizing, okay, look, it's not as bad as you thought. So that was wonderful. Definitely a much needed little reminder that, okay, look, it's not as bad as you think. Like, yeah, sure, I have to walk with a cane some days. That's okay. But yeah, I haven't lost any of my muscles. So that was such a good feeling to be able to get back in there and just be like, oh, I'm not as bad as I thought I was. Because look, I don't know how to describe how terrible I was feeling. I think you guys have seen it in the last towards the end of the last vlog, and some earlier footage here, you could tell I was not in a good place a little bit there. And it wasn't anything beyond just the physical pain was really getting to me, and feeling bad, and just feeling a little rundown, truly. And it was just all kind of snowballing on me there. I put a little water in to help the mask kind of absorb. I know it's like hard to believe when people see me around though, because I do walk with a cane. Currently more often than not, but some days less. Depends on my body. And they're like, you lift weights? I'm like, well, yeah, do you see muscles too? Come on. Just because my back sucks doesn't mean the rest of me does. I always feel like that's like such a funny thing, because people are always a little bit surprised. Because I'm a big girl. It's like a surprising thing that I would be athletic in other ways. But I am. Shockingly to my own surprise. Alright, let's go ahead and have some of this mask here. Oh, it smells so good. But I've been needing to do this for a few days. I just kept putting it off. But you know, I woke up yesterday with like a really kind of renewed feel of it's okay. And then going to the gym definitely helped me feel a little better there. And like I was talking about with joy in the last vlog, despite that rundown feeling that I'm describing and all that, the joy is still there, of course. It's just, it's a very surface level emotion that I was feeling of just, and I think that's just normal. And like I said, it's getting close to that time of the month, and all that's kind of wonky because of the flare up too. On a personal level, I'm feeling good today. And yesterday when I was out and about, the little bit was, like I immediately just grabbed my cane out of habit because I had been needing it. And I actually really felt okay getting around. Like, oh, I could have gone without it today, but it's almost like a security blanket sometimes. Like I would rather have it than not, you know, and then need it. And the reason I use it, it gives me something to kind of lean on a little bit to take pressure off my back. And it can give me a few more steps and mobility that I wouldn't normally have to get through my day or to do something. This mask has wonderful slip. Look at that. A lot of times hair masks don't have a ton of slip to them. This one definitely does. Good. I'm just happy I woke up today feeling like myself. So it was a really good feeling, and just realizing, okay, things aren't as bad as they seem physically. And a lot of it was because I think I maybe needed to go back to the gym, maybe needed to move around a little more and be a little more active, and I was just kind of in that little funk. And those happened. So I had a meeting with the deaconess at our new church, and that was so nice. I think we got along good, and she might do our catechism. I'm not 100% sure. It's going to depend on the pastor if he is the one. It's just kind of a up in the air thing. He's coming to kind of see if he's a good fit to visit, and if he is, he'll be down here like immediately almost to start. But that being said, we had a very nice visit. Like, I think I spent over 3 hours with her. She gave me some study materials, and yeah, just a wonderful time getting to know each other. And I'm gonna help her out with some graphic stuff, some logos and things, because she said they always need people to make signs and flyers. I'm like, girl, I enjoy doing this kind of stuff. And she's like, oh. Yep. And so I was like, anything like that, just send me info and like kind of some aesthetic guidance. I went and studied kind of the the aesthetic of everything to try to make everything feel cohesive, and luckily there's resources that were provided, some elements and stuff, so there's that. So I've made a couple of little mock-ups for her to look at for one logo, see if she likes it, and I've got another one to work on. Yeah, that was really lovely. Oh my gosh, Nosferatu. Girl, that was amazing. That was such a good movie. I loved it. That was one of the best, just creepy, scary vampire movies. It was such I think a very, very well done take on Nosferatu. There were some scenes that were recreated just beautifully, and any new additions were so executed so well. The art style, the direction, the cinematography, everything. The audio. Girl, look, I had forgot that Bill Skarsgård was even in the movie. And the whole movie, I'm like, who is playing Nosferatu? Or Count Orlok, rather. Who is playing this role? Oh my goodness. Like, I was just blown away. And at the end of the credits, it was like Bill Skarsgård. I was like, oh yeah, I wouldn't have guessed in a million years who it was. Would not have guessed. Now, my weird little brain, though, this is a little side note. I have that habit of being like Mystery Science Theater up here when I'm watching stuff. Like, I want to make jokes. And I just had like this funny thought watching it of taking out Bill Skarsgård's character and putting in Borat's voice. And it gave me the giggles. And I'm just like, stop it. In my head, I was cracking up thinking about that. But yeah, me and my sister and Bestie went and see it, and it was just a lovely little day. Like, it was so good. But my brain is thinking of so many memes, and I've seen so many funny memes already with it. Like, yeah, it's a very memeable movie, but also just incredibly good. The costume, everything. It is a 10 out of 10 worth going to see movie. And I want to go see it again in theaters. I almost never want to do that. I don't remember last time there was something I wanted to see a second time in theaters. Did I go see Dune twice? I might have gone to see Dune more than once. But yeah, I would go back in a heartbeat to go see this. It was that good. And I know, so the director's talking about doing like a version of The Labyrinth, and you know, I think a remake of Labyrinth. No, leave that movie alone. Absolutely not. But then after seeing Nosferatu, I'm like, well, he might would do an okay job. I haven't seen any of Robert Eggers. I haven't actually seen any of his other movies. Look, I'm kind of checked out when it comes to cinema. There's a lot of movies that I haven't seen. I'm not a big movie buff. Because usually I'm doing other stuff. I just don't really have time to watch movies, I think, and pay attention to them. So I'm usually just doing something, or I've usually about like a million things going on. I'm very ADHD. Like I can't just focus on one thing a lot of times. I have a very hard time with that. And that's one of the reasons I don't enjoy going to the theater too much, because I don't like having to just sit there and focus on a movie. I'm very... I have a very active brain. Not so much a body, which has been a surprising easy adjustment with going to church and being able to focus on church and stuff. And I'm like, oh wow, look at me go. And that's also a little bit of a struggle with prayer time, is that my mind likes to wander. So I'm working on my focus. That's one of my projects. Noetic prayer helps, I've noticed, definitely with that. But I have a very overactive mind sometimes, and just what I would call sometimes just spinning. My mind will just be spinning. It's just so much going on that it's like, just shut up. Shut up there. A constant running commentary. So that's, movies are not the easiest thing for me sometimes, like to just sit down and focus on them. So for me, I want to go sit down in a theater and watch something again. And also, I just generally don't love a theater experience. It's just not my favorite thing in the world to go do, because I'm a little claustrophobic also. And theaters make me feel claustrophobic. I think we're pretty well saturated with hair mask. But anyway, I just wanted to sit down and get you up, and I feel like I need to apologize a little bit for that mood I've been in lately. Like, just, it's so, I don't know, I was just having a moment. I was feeling a little stressed, I guess, and just kind of, I don't know, physically feeling pretty good today. So that's a nice, nice thing. I'm gonna get this put up in a ponytail real quick. Today's a sleek bun day. And I think also kind of just a nice computer work day and quiet time day, I'm thinking. And then wash my hair in a little while and get that sorted out for the weekend. Yes, I'm drinking gingerbread coffee still. Oh, and my friend Aaron, he got me Jingle Bell coffee from a local coffee shop, which I'm excited about. I didn't make it today because I have to put it through the grinder and it's loud and my husband's still asleep, so I didn't want to make all that kind of noise at 5 a.m. Also, here's something kind of funny. My husband has discovered pimple patches. I gave him one. He had a pimple on his neck. I put a pimple patch on it and it worked really well. So now he's like, every little dot, I need a pimple patch. It's very cute. He even got Aaron to put one on yesterday because he had a little pimple on his forehead. And they said, oh, we should put a pimple patch on that. And not every pimple needs a pimple patch. If it's just a tiny baby, I'm not that worried about it. It's kind of funny. He's like, these are so cool. I'm like, I know, I've been trying to tell you about them. Man, those things really are magical. So my friend Aaron, who just became a trainer, or certified as a trainer, talked to him about maybe him becoming me and my husband's full-time like trainer, and kind of get the hang of training. I promised I would relinquish full control to him and let him make the entire workout and or the entire training process, and just let him do and let him truly get some good practice in. Maybe he can get some before and afters. Fun thing to do. So that's something that's gonna be coming up this year, I think, doing that. Okay, I just put some witch hazel on because I wanted to get the because I had some like hair mask on my face. So yeah, that was cool. When we had a good little chat hangout session yesterday, which is always nice. And then I crashed. I really did. I just crashed for quite a few hours and then went to the gym. And that's another thing I'm trying to not beat myself up over, is needing a few extra naps right now. But I think I'm going to close out the vlog here. I just want to wish you guys a very happy new year. I know the year is already off to a pretty rocky start and a very heartbreaking start. But I hope that within your circle and your personal life that things are good and that you have a wonderful new year and that you can find joy in the darkness, and may the grace of our Lord be with you, and that this coming year is filled with joy for you. I will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe.